Everyone.
So it's mid-afternoon in Chaoyang. There have been a lot of rains here for the last few days, and literally just in someone's garden, look what I've got. Elaphe anomala, Korean rat snake. So this was a species described in 1916 by Bullinger, very famous taxonomist, as Coluber anomalus. It wasn't until later on that people actually figured out it was, or thought that it was the same species as the Russian rat snake, Elaphe shrenki. So they relabeled it as a subspecies, Elaphe shrenki anomala. Elaphe means deer skin, which is because of the wonderfully polished, shiny, smooth skin that most snakes in this genus have. Anomala just means weird, anomalous. And Shrenki was after Leopold von Schrenk, who was a famous herpetologist back in the day. Now, in the West, we tend to call these Korean rat snakes, and we associate the rat snakes found in Korea as anomala because they look like this. You can see it's kind of grayish to tan, changing to mustard, sort of yellow and buff on the anterior part of the body. In actual fact, the holotype for this species is Chifeng, what's present-day Chengde in China. And as far as we can tell, it's likely that this is almost entirely a Chinese species, and that the rat snakes on the Korean peninsula, despite looking like this, are actually genetically identical to Shrenki, which are the Russian rat snakes, the black and yellow animals that we used to in the hobby. This is a species that is fairly stenophagous. They generally take warm-blooded prey, rats, mice, small mammals, but also birds and their nestlings and eggs. And they actually have modified vertebral hypophyses all the way down to the 49th vertebra, which enable them to break the eggs. You can see just how tame and calm this animal is, even just picked up. This is normal for them. These species of rat snake are extremely docile. In fact, I found a few adults, some of them even bigger than this, and none of them has ever tried to bite. But what a beautiful find, and this is a northeast China specialty. So we call these the Chifeng rat snake, or we think is a better. So that was a name coined by Scott Lupian about a few years ago. And I think that it's a better name than the Korean rat snake, as it actually translates to what the Chinese name for this species is. But, oh, what a beautiful snake! Look at you! How calm and tame are you? And in the background, we can hear a lot of yapping, but if you listen really carefully, we can hear some Calula borealis calling, which are the boreal digging frogs. They're actually relative of the Calula pictus that we have in the hobby, so the painted chubby frogs. Oh, they stopped.